Hey there, junior detectives! Welcome to This Explainer. If you're in the 6th grade, or honestly, if you've just got a curious mind at any age, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're not just reading through a textbook chapter, we are literally unlocking a superpower. I want you to think of the universe around you as this giant, swirling, incredibly detailed puzzle, and it's just waiting to be solved. And the absolute best part, you already have the primary tool you need to solve it. Science isn't just some subject you study in school, it's the ultimate superpower of asking why. To show you exactly what I mean, just picture this. Why did your pen suddenly stop writing? It's a completely relatable, everyday mystery directly from our source text. And even though you probably haven't realized it, you solve mysteries just like this all the time. I mean, when you're taking notes and the ink just completely stops flowing, what's the very first thing you do? You don't just chuck the pen in the trash right away, right? No, you stop, you look at it, and you ask yourself that magical question, why? So let's break down exactly what happens next in your brain. Step 1, your pen stops writing. Step 2, you ask, why? Step 3, you make a guess, like maybe the ink is dry. And step 4, you actually test that guess by opening the pen up to check the ink cartridge. Now what's really wild here is that this simple, everyday 4-step process, that is actually the foundation of the scientific method. You're already doing science without even trying. If you open it up and it's full of ink, well, your guess was wrong. So you just make a new guess. Maybe the tip is clogged. And boom, that is exactly how science works. Section 1. The detective's tools. Let's get right into it. Now that we know you're already naturally thinking like a scientist, it's time to gather our specialized gear. Every great investigator needs a specific set of skills to make sense of the mysteries of the universe, and we're going to learn exactly what those are. Notice our student here, deep in thought, pondering a problem. In science, when we make that initial guess, like guessing our pen is out of ink, we call it a hypothesis. Now I know, hypothesis sounds like this big, intimidating science word, but really, it's simply a very smart detective's guess. It's just you using your brain to say, hey, I think X is happening because of Y. It is the absolutely crucial first step to being right.
Do you see how this all builds into a complete strategy? Think of this flowchart as like leveling up your investigative skills in a video game. Level 1, observe your surroundings keenly. Look closely at the small things. Level 2, pose questions. Ask how and why things happen. Level 3, make your guess, your hypothesis. Level 4, test that guess. Nature has to actually agree with your idea, so we do an experiment. And finally, level 5, solve the mystery. If you follow these steps, you are officially generating real scientific knowledge.
But hold on just a second. Before we rush off to test our awesome guesses, take a look at the safety icons here. Whenever we use scientific tools or conduct experiments, there is one non-negotiable rule we absolutely have to follow. Rule number 1 is always safety first in the lab. Whether we're handling beakers, test tubes, or even just basic everyday materials, a good science detective always protects themselves and their workspace first.
Section 2, entering the lab zone. All right, we've got our method, we've got our safety briefing, and now it's time for the fun part. I am officially inviting you into your very first official crime scene to test out those newly leveled up detective skills. This brings us to our first major investigation, Activity 7.1. We have a student here with 3 glass bowls. Bowl A has cold water, Bowl C has hot water, and Bowl B, right in the middle, just has normal room temperature water. So, the experiment asks you to first predict what you'll feel, and then observe. You dip your left hand in the cold water and your right hand in the hot water for about 2 minutes. Then, and here is where the experiment gets totally wild, you place both hands simultaneously into the middle bowl of normal water. Your left hand, coming from the cold, will actually feel like the normal water is hot. But your right hand, coming from the hot water, it will feel like that exact same normal water is cold. So, this brings up an absolutely crucial point. Can we always rely upon our sense of touch? I mean, think about it. Both hands are in the exact same bowl of water, but your brain is getting 2 completely different messages. One hand says it's hot, the other says it's cold. This experiment reveals a massive twist in our mystery-solving journey. Our human senses can sometimes completely trick us. Section 3, the measurement reveal. If our own senses can deceive us, what's a junior scientist supposed to do? Well, we have to call in backup. We need tools that give us the perfect solution and don't get confused by what they were just touching a minute ago. Here we're looking at a digital thermometer and an analog glass thermometer.
Because human senses can be pretty unreliable, scientists rely on specific, highly accurate instruments like these to measure hot and cold. A thermometer isn't going to give you a different answer based on how it was feeling 5 minutes ago, right? It just gives you the facts. This is exactly why measuring tools are basically the ultimate cheat codes for a science detective trying to test a hypothesis.
Section 4. The Junior Scientist Mission. You've learned how to ask why, how to form a hypothesis, and exactly why we need accurate experiments, which means it's time to shift the focus directly to you. Consider yourself officially deputized. You are ready to take these skills out into the real world. I absolutely love this quote straight from our source text, and I want you to really let it sink in. The world is full of things we do not know, things that are waiting to be explored. Isn't that incredibly exciting? Science isn't just about memorizing a bunch of old facts. It's about chasing the unknown. The real thrill of scientific inquiry comes from stepping outside and realizing the universe is full of secrets just waiting for you to uncover them. So here is your official call to action. Your mission is to find one mystery in nature and bring it to class. Literally just go outside. Look closely at the leaves, watch how the bugs move, look up at the clouds, or figure out why a shadow stretches the way it does. Put your new superpower of curiosity to the test. Observe keenly and just ask why. Which leaves us with one final, very important question for you today. What mystery will you explore first? The wonderful world of science is waiting right outside your door, so keep that curiosity alive. Don't be afraid to make a guess, and remember that anyone who asks why and looks for an answer is already a scientist.